Welcome back to online learning, and today for task 2, we're going to be listening and then answering some questions about Follow the Moon Home. So first things first, you're watching this video and then you'll be getting into the read aloud, which is then in a separate video. You can use the label tool and then pause the read aloud, or use the attached story slides as much as you need to complete the activity questions to note how Viv and Clementine took action in their community. Once you've answered both pages, you'll click submit. Now, the reason we're listening to this story is because it's people taking action, and it's a great example of how some students took action and made some change for the good in their community. So let's go into full screen mode so we can walk through these questions together. On page 1 of your Seesaw activity, there are 4 questions. The first one is, what problem did Viv and Clementine identify or find? And there's one main problem, and you might realize in the story that maybe it was only one of the characters who first found it, but they ended up working together. So name that problem using the label tool. Number 2, what are 5 things that the Loggerhead Lab did before they got to work? And if you remember in the story, the Loggerhead Lab is what Viv and Clementine ended up calling the group of students in their class who were working to help the loggerhead sea turtles. So they actually did more than 5 things before they started to work, but name the 5 things they did, or at least 5 of them. It's on one page, has some caution tape across the top, so look for that page. On number 3, you're going to name what types of posters Viv and Clementine made to inform the vacation beach houses. They made posters, and you'll see that in the story, but for the vacation beach houses, they made a certain and specific type. So use the label tool to fill that in. On number 4, you're going to answer what SCOOT stands for. And SCOOT is an acronym. It's used when Viv is talking about on their big night, an organization being there. So name that organization, but don't just name it as its acronym SCOOT. Name what it stands for. And please use capital letters because it is the title of an organization. On page 2, you have 2 questions. Number 5 asks you to name the 3 ways that Viv and Clementine presented at their meeting that could make the beach a great place for turtles. So it was on their big night. They were on stage and they presented 3 ideas. Name them. Number 6 is probably my favorite question because it's really open for you guys to express your opinion and practice your empathy, meaning you're connecting to someone else's emotions and how they could be feeling. So in 3 to 5 sentences, you're going to describe how you would feel and why if you were in Viv and Clementine's places watching the sea turtles hatch after all your work to help them follow the moon home. This happens at the end of the story, so you can use some inferences or connections from that part of the story to help you describe the emotion or emotions you would be feeling and why. Remember, your label tool in Seesaw does allow you to use proper capitalizations, proper spacing, and proper punctuation. So it is expected that you use proper capitalization, proper spacing, and proper punctuation. I know it seems like such a note sometimes, but this is expected to be in 3 to 5 complete sentences. Can you do it in 3? Sure. Can you do it in 4? Sure. 5? Sure. More? Try to make it focused, precise, and concise. If you have any questions, please email your teacher. Let them know via email so they don't have to try to read your minds, or go to the daily Q&A. And if after the daily Q&A you still have some questions, send some more emails. We look forward to your responses, especially on number 6, and hope you have a great day.